What a beautiful view. So we're just about to head into the house and explore the gardens. View out here. Oh my God, could you just imagine? And this is my mum. Brought her on a trip with us today. So let's follow it around. So we're heading into the museum now. Here, one of the bedrooms. Right, so we're heading into the kitchen, bathroom. Have a look inside his bathroom. Wow. All interactive look. So discover more about Chartwell's visitors. So we just arrived at Chartwells. We've got our tickets. Wow, what a beautiful view. So we're just about to head into the house and explore the gardens. So let's go. It's a lovely day today. So we've got the house, garden and studios. Right, so I'm just going to head into the house of Churchill. So here we are, a beautiful house. Right, so let's work our way into the grand house. Look how big it is. But look at the views. Now let me just pan around. Look at that beautiful view. Wow. This is somewhere more, I'd love to live somewhere like this where you've just got the beautiful views. So let's follow it around. Right, finally found the entrance. So if I come back all the way back here, see the grand house. Look at it. Look at that. It's massive. And we're gonna go inside and take a little look. So if you don't know much about Winston Churchill, he was a Prime Minister during World War II. And this is his residence. So you need to get a ticket in advance from the visitor centre. And this is my mum. Brought her on a trip with us today. Right, so this is the first room that we've entered into. For its size, it's still a good size. So I've been told that these two pictures here and then these two pictures here, and then I'll show you some further pictures in a moment, were painted by Winston Churchill. Wow, I love this fireplace. Look at the view out here. Oh my God, could you just imagine? And then this picture up here was also painted by Winston Churchill. Let's continue around, just some of his shots of his family. So visitor's book I've got down below here. It says this book records visitors to Chartwell from April 1924 until the eve of the Second World War. The record resumes again in January 1946. Wow. And let's continue around. So what I've been told is this is the older part of the building, and the newer part would have been built to basically show off the features of the views that you get that I showed you a few moments ago. But ooh, look at this. Wow, look at the size of the room. Some of this art that you'll find around the house was actually painted by Winston Churchill himself.
So all the others are by Churchill. Yeah, so just three that are not by Churchill, yeah, but all the others are by Churchill.
And there's a little book collection down here.
And also the castle, the Italian castle. He would have been friends.
And then we've got some more book collection.
So that's, that's why.
Beautiful.
Yes. And I don't know.
Let's continue around. I'm going to continue on chamois. So we follow a path around the house, which makes sense. There's nothing in each room to tell me which is which. But wow, look at the amount of books. It starts from this shelf, wow, and it even goes up around the door and then around. Wow. So literally all four corners of the room are covered with books. Wow. Look at that. So there, and there he is, Winston Churchill. Blimey. There's a lot of books in here, isn't there?
About 2,000.
2,000 books in here.
When Winston was alive, there were about 7,000 books in the house.
Wow. So there's about 2,000 in this room alone.
Yeah. There are now about 4,500 in the house.
Wow.
So a lot were taken by the family. Some went to Westminster. Some went to pay off death duties.
We made it up the top of the stairs. So this looks like one of the bedrooms. The beds are lovely. Look at the size of that wall unit. Wow. This is a massive sized bedroom because you've got the fireplace there. You've got some lovely seating area. Hello.
Oh, what have you got there? What's that?
It's a camera.
It's dead sweet, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty cool, isn't it?
Wow. I think I've seen one quite like that.
Yeah. So, oh, look at the dressing table. Floorboards are a little creaky, but look at the view. See if we can see the view out here. So this is his garden that you see. Wow, look at that. Imagine waking up every morning at this view. That is stunning. And like I say, it's a glorious day today. Let's continue around. Well, there's different rooms with different displays on. Wow. A bit of information. It says dinner service previously owned by Napoleon III, Emperor of France. And I believe that is what is in this cabinet. Whew. That is incredible. Wow. Look at that. Sorry for the glare, it's from the bright light of the windows. Here I am. So Winston
Go
Churchill
right, sir.
painted this.
Okay.
This one's the odd one out.
Well, I hope lunch.
I think the way the light on them isn't quite. Let's see if I can. There we go. So this one, all of these paintings in here, bar the previous one to this, was drawn by Churchill, or painted by Churchill, should I say? Wow. So let's continue around. So we're heading into the museum now. Go back out this way, and then we've got some more paintings. So these are all paintings by Winston Churchill. So let's continue down this way. Right, and then we head into here.
Yeah, well, I have that in the secretary's room with the telephones. The old-fashioned telephones, because my grandsons were going, well, how do you make that work? The idea of going...
Continue that back down. And I'm just going to head down the stairs.
Thank you. Okay.
So this is supposed to be the Golden Rose book. Oh look, some lovely scones and cakes on the table. I'm well up for that. This would have been perfect because of the views. Sitting down enjoying a nice hot cup of tea or having a bit of cake. Beautiful view. Right, so heading into the kitchen. Gosh, the size. I know. Wow. Oh, is it a coal fire? Ah. I was expecting it to be like a Rayburn or something. Similar, isn't it? Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Similar to a Rayburn, isn't it? So, yes. It's a good size though, isn't it? Incredible.
Hard work.
Really? As what, being the chef? Mm.
A couple of maids, you'd have half in the house, you'd have barmaids,
Wow.
housemaids, you'd have part ballet. There would have been 17, 19 hours of start.
Wow, really? So I think we've come to the end, or nearly the end. Oh, so Winston Churchill's family tree. And some family pictures. Looks. Look at his cigars. Wow. Winston Churchill through the decades. So you've got the 1900s, 1910, 1920, 1930, then the 1940s, 1950s, and then the 1960s. Wow. And he is best known as being a wartime leader and statesman. But privately, he was more known as an artist.
To find out more about the tour and how to get the most from it, touch the button marked "How to use this virtual tour" in the top right-hand corner of this screen.
So if you want to have a little interactive look. So discover more about Chartwell's visitors. So you can discover the visitors. I don't know if you can see it that well, but you can see all the different types of visitors that may have come into the house. Let's close that. We've got browse the signatures. So you can browse who signed different signatures. It's quite interactive, this. So some of the names are really difficult, or the writing's really difficult to read. And I'm only on page 13 and 14 of 274 pages, blimey. And that's the visitor's book. And then that comes to the end of the tour, and Shams is having a look at another section. So so some of the rooms are open, not all of them, and this is one of them. So this is Churchill's bedroom.
It's really small, so it's open only on a certain time.
So this is an interactive little display you can use to take a little look around the rooms. You can discover some of the rooms you've not been able to enter, or and choose some of the rooms you might have visited. So, for example, we've been in the museum room, gone through the landings, uniform room, etc. Can even have a look in Winston Churchill's bathroom. Have a look inside his bathroom. Wow. I know. So let's have a look.
You know, the guy was saying about the sign.
So Lady Churchill's bedroom we had a little look through
We saw.
earlier.
You know, the guy was saying the visitor's book. Where was that?
Not sure. You can choose a floor plan, can you?
Yeah.
But there we go, and there's some more. You've got the sitting room.
Because he said you can see. That was nice, isn't it?
Yeah?
Yeah.
And then we've come to the end of the tour, and then the way out is just through this door, and we'll take a little look at the gardens in a minute.